Good evening on this Mother's Day, and welcome to This Week at Little Hills. I'm so glad you are with me once again as we continue our series, 52 verses from 52 books in 52 weeks. This week we're turning to the prophet Zephaniah, who has these words for us in chapter 3, starting at verse 12. He says, "But I will leave in your midst a people humble and lowly. They shall seek refuge in the name of the Lord, those who are left in Israel. They shall do no injustice and speak no lies, nor shall there be found in their mouth a deceitful tongue. For they shall graze and lie down, and none shall make them afraid." As we've been continuing through a series in Proverbs, we started it last week, we're going to go back to on tomorrow evening. We've been thinking about what God calls us to do in interacting with other people. And one of the struggles I think we often have is we know what God calls us to do, and yet we look, and so often it seems like doing the exact opposite is how people prosper. And so we have fear even as we seek to do what is right, especially as we seek to do what is right, because it seems like people will take advantage of us. But what does Zephaniah say here? He says there will be a day where those who humble themselves and see themselves as lowly, those who seek to come before the Lord with the proper spirit, who don't do injustice, who don't speak lies, those people will be able to lie down and graze like a peaceful lamb, and none of them shall be made afraid because God will be victorious. It doesn't promise that everything is easy in the interim. God doesn't say if we do what's pleasing to Him that it will always get us ahead in this world. It'll always make other people treat us rightly. But He does say there's a time ahead that He's going to make everything right. And that's our hope for this day and every day. Everything isn't right yet, but as we seek to do what is right, as we seek to do what's pleasing to God, there will be the day that He makes everything right. Well, I hope you'll join me tomorrow night as we continue to think about what He calls us to do that is right. We'll be thinking tomorrow night about the company we keep, whom we spend our time with. Who do we allow to speak into our lives? Are they speaking words of truth, life-giving words from God's word to us, or are they drawing us away from it? So I hope you'll join me tomorrow at 7 p.m. for that. Also, if you missed on Friday night, I was right here in this spot on Friday, and we had a wonderful Faith Tree service to wrap up the Faith Tree spring season. And if you missed it, or if you'd just like to relive it again, I hope that you'll check out the link on screen and go and enjoy that service as we celebrate God's goodness, because we do have a God who is good and promises a good future. If there's any way I can be praying for you this week, feel free to shoot me an email at the email address on screen, or leave a prayer request in the comments. It's always great to hear from you. Hope you have a wonderful and blessed week, and I hope to see you again tomorrow night.